Okay, so we are used to being able to find the equation of a circle if we have the centre and the radius. And we're able to actually, as long as we have the centre, we're able to find the radius easily. As if there's a line, we find the distance from the centre to the line. If there's a point on the outside, we find the distance from the centre to the point. But the problem is if we don't have the centre, then we're actually not able to find anything. So this one says, finding the equation of a circle containing 3 given points. So if I have a circle, and in this particular example, one of the points is A 2, 1, B 0, 5, and C minus 1, 2. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and find the equation of this circle. So if I start, and my general equation of the circle is x squared plus y squared plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equals 0. Now, I know that I want to actually go ahead and work out, or I know, sorry, that these 3 points are on the circle. So I know if I sub in 2 and 1 for x and y, that this equation should work out. So if I'm subbing in A, instead of x, if I write 2, instead of y, if I write 1, again, instead of x, if I write 2, and instead of y, if I write 1, and plus c equals 0. So that's going to give me 4 plus 1 plus 4g plus 2f plus c equals 0. So basically 4g plus 2f plus c equals, if I bring the 4 plus 1 is 5, and if I bring that across the other side, it's minus 5. So there's my first equation. Now, if I sub in the point B, I know that the same thing is going to happen. So if I swap x for 0, and if I swap y for 5, and again, if I swap x for 0, and if I swap y for 5 plus c equals 0. So this is going to cancel, and this is going to cancel, and I'm left with 25 plus 10f plus c equals 0. So 10f plus c is equal to minus 25. That's equation number 2. Because I know this is the general equation and all these points have to be on it. So I'm going to do the same, obviously, for point C. So minus 1 all to be squared plus 2 all to be squared plus 2g times minus 1 plus 2f times 2 plus c equals 0. So that's going to give me 1 plus 4 minus 2g. So 1 plus 4 minus 2g plus 4f plus c equals 0. So minus 2g plus 4f plus c equals 1 plus 4 is 5, so bring the 5 across. And there's my third equation. So you might see where we're going with this. We're going to head towards simultaneous equations. So I'm just going to write out my equations again so that I can have a slightly better look at them. And I can start to, I keep them underneath each other. And I can just start to compare and see what I am able to do with these. And then I have minus 2g plus 4f plus c equals minus 5. Okay. So what I'm going to do is the one on the bottom, I'm going to multiply that by 2. And I'm going to pair it up with this one. So this first one, and again, based on 5th year, we would have called that new equation 1 and new equation 2. Sorry, not that one. I'm going to make my new equation. So 4g plus 2f, I'm going to take the first one. And I'm going to take the last one, but I'm going to times it by 2. So instead of minus 2g, it's minus 4g. Instead of 4f, it's 8f. And instead of c, it's 2c. Again, don't forget to multiply your numbers, so that's minus 10. They're going to cancel. I'm left with 10f plus 3c is equal to minus 15. So this is my new equation 1, But if I actually look and see, I don't need a new equation 2. I don't need to make one because I have one here. So I'm going to be able to use this. So I'm going to take new equation 2, 10f plus c is equal to minus 25. Nothing's going to cancel just yet, but if I change it to a minus, and a plus, they will. So they're gone. 3c take away c leaves me with 2c, and minus 15 plus 25 is 10. Divide both sides by 2, you get c is equal to 5. And then if we go ahead and again just work backwards, so if I sub it into this one here, I'll be able to find f. So sorry, I'm just going to move it over here. So 10f plus, instead of c is 5, is equal to minus 25. Bring that 5 across, it becomes minus, so minus 25 take away 5 is minus 30. Divide both sides by 10, and you get that f is equal to minus 30 divided by 10 is minus 3. So the last one we have to find, pick any of your equations. So I'll just pick the first one. So that's 4, this one up here, sorry this is a bit all over the place, 4g plus 2f plus c equals minus 5. But I know that, I don't know g, but I know that f is minus 3, and I know that c is 5. So I get 4g, 2 times minus 3 is minus 6, plus 5 equals minus 5. 4g minus, sorry, I'll just bring all those over at the one time. So minus 5, the 6 comes across and becomes plus, and the 5 comes across and becomes minus. So that's minus 5 minus another 5 is minus 10, plus 6 is minus 4. So 4g is equal to minus 4. Divide both sides by 4, g equals minus 1. And remember, I was asked to find the equation. So your centre of a circle is always minus g minus f. So in this case, minus g, but g is minus 1. So minus a minus 1 is plus 1. And minus f, but f is minus 3. So minus a minus 3 is plus 3. So that's my centre. And then the radius, and again, these are in your log tables, is the square root of g squared plus f squared to take away c. So in our case, minus 1 squared plus minus 3 squared, take away c, which is 5. So that's going to give us 1 plus 9 take away 5, which is square root of 5. And if we sub that into the equation, then your equation of a circle is x minus h all to be squared plus y minus k all to be squared is equal to r squared. Our centre is our h. So in our case, h is, our centre we said is this one here, 1, 3. So h is the first one, so take away 1. Y take away 3 is equal to root 5 squared. Multiply it out, so you get x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus y squared minus 6y plus 9 is equal to 5. X squared, so to put your squares first, take away 2x, take away 6y. 1 plus 9 is 10. Bring your 5 over, it becomes minus, and you're left with 5 there. So that is how you would find if you're given 3 points. So what I've done there, sorry, it won't let me zoom out, but what I've done there is I was given 3 points on a circle and asked to find the equation. So I know that this in your log tables is a general form of equation. It's the same as a line. If you know that a point is on a line, if you sub in the point for the x and y, the equation should work out. So if I sub in this equation for x and y the point A, I get a nice equation. Sub it in for the point B, I get a nice equation. And sub it in for the point C, I get a nice equation. That's 3 equations, and you learned how to do it in algebra. You do your 3-part simultaneous equation. So we cancelled out the g in equation 1 and equation 3. We didn't have to do kind of pair up a second set of equations because one of them already didn't have g. Use your simultaneous equations, that finds you your missing numbers. And then if you look in your log tables, your centre is minus g minus f, and then your radius is using the formula. Once you find them, find your equation, and that's your final equation multiplied out.